After a long, hard day out on the trails and doing some serious climbing, it's time to clean up and put the RC car to bed. First thing that I do, quick inspections of the body, and I take a good look at the drivetrain as well. Make sure that there's no breaks, no fractures or anything like that. I don't see anything obvious yet. So I take it outside and I hit it with a blower, just getting all of that dust out. Sometimes an amazing amount flies out from everywhere. It's just sand and dirt. Next, I take off my wheels. I inspect each one as well. You might have a damaged tire or maybe a bent rim, something like that from one of the falls. A good rinsing is next. I basically rinse everything except for I don't directly hit the electronics. They say waterproof, but you never know. So now that it was wet, we don't want rust. It's time to blow it back off again. Normally I would say use WD-40, but in the conditions that I drive, there's way too much sand and dust, and WD-40 doesn't repel sand and dust, it attracts it. So instead of WD-40, I use WD-40. This one's dry lube though, and it's gonna not leave a bunch of lubricant on your chassis. So this is way better in the conditions that I run my RC cars. And I use it much like a pressure washer. I just go and get a $7 can and it'll clean an RC car probably 6 or 7 times. But as you can see, I'm literally using it as a pressure washer like you would if you went to one of those drive-through type of car washes where you get out and use the wand. So that's what I'm doing, just blowing out any kind of remnants of sand or dust or dirt, and I just hit it all. Don't be too conservative with this stuff because you can always go buy more. Hitting all the joints, anything at all, even the plastics. It doesn't hurt plastic. Just don't spray it with the clear plastic with it. Here's a fun fact for you. Speaking of WD-40. WD-40 started right here in San Diego. In fact, I'm standing right here in front of the headquarters. Yeah, San Diego is the birthplace of WD-40. And look, they even have a cool truck. Starting out as the Rocket Chemical Company in the very early 1950s, they sold WD-40 as corrosion control for the aeronautics industry. Now, look at what they sell. Everything. I don't know of anybody that's never touched WD-40. See the tribe member right there? Well, that's the employees. If you work there, you'd be a tribe member. Now we got to do a drive-by because we're here. I mean, you got to get in some RC action. So we'll do that, and let's climb something. Well, they did have a curb, so we'll climb a curb. And we're still here, so let's take a couple of pictures. All right, so we're pretty much finished up, and I actually finished the can of WD-40. We're going to go ahead and just use a brush, like a painter's brush, and we're going to get in all of those hard-to-reach places that you can't with a toothbrush. Follow that up with a little bit of just wiping off with a paper towel and getting in and just finding all of those little spots where dust and dirt can be hiding. We're just going to continue to clean up. Now you see me with a toothbrush, and I'm using that on all of any components like knuckles and U-joints, and I'm turning the wheels so that I don't miss any little spot. I just go around and just clean up every little bit that I can. There I'm in the U-joints, cleaning underneath. I'm basically moving all of the components that move with the motor by doing that with the tires. Okay, you might call me weird, but I rinse my tires and the body as well. And it's not that I like a clean crawler or RC car. In fact, I like dirty ones. But what it does is it makes me say, oh, I need to take you back out and get you dirty every time I walk by it. So that's why I clean my tires. And you never know, I might want to, you know, sleep with the thing when my wife's out of town. Who knows? You know. So when I put the tires back on, I run my drill driver at a torque setting of 3, so I don't over tighten anything. And now I have it all buttoned up, put back together, and I got all of the body clips back on. We've got a clean car. There's only one thing left to do. That's to put the guy to bed. Are you comfortable, little guy? There we go. Okay. We'll see you later. See you next time. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and we'll make more.